You're told to wake up at 5 a.m., hustle harder, and optimize every second. But what if that's all a distraction? What if the real key to building an empire isn't about what you do when you wake up, but how you rewire your brain? There's a strange, almost invisible habit practiced by titans from Jack Ma to Elon Musk. It's a mental exercise so powerful it lets them turn devastating failure into their greatest weapon. This isn't about morning routines or productivity hacks. It's a psychological shift that separates those who try from those who build empires. Stay with me because this secret isn't what you think it is. For years, success has been sold as simple: work harder than everyone else. The internet overflows with advice about waking before dawn, taking ice baths, and scheduling every minute. We hear about billionaires like Richard Branson or Tim Cook starting their days at unthinkable hours and think that's it. We assume copying their schedule will yield their results, but that's a dangerous trap, confusing correlation with causation. If waking at 5 a.m. made you rich, billionaires would be everywhere. Many of us have tried it, dragging ourselves out of bed, fueled by coffee, attacking to do lists, yet we often feel stuck, burning energy but going nowhere. It's the frustration of doing everything right without the promised results. The problem isn't your work ethic, it's your focus. While you manage your time, the real titans manage their minds. They're quietly using a deeper, more powerful mental habit that has nothing to do with alarm clocks and everything to do with how you deal with getting knocked down. To truly grasp this, look at Jack Ma, co founder of Alibaba. Today, he's a global icon, but his journey was built on an almost unbelievable amount of failure. He failed his college entrance exam twice. After finally graduating, he applied for 30 different jobs and was rejected by every single one. Let that sink in. He applied to be a police officer and was told, "You're no good." When KFC came to his city, 24 people applied, 23 were hired. Jack Ma was the only one rejected. He even applied to Harvard 10 times and was rejected every single time. For most, that level of rejection would be spirit crushing. It would feel like a clear sign to give up, aim lower, and accept an ordinary life. But Jack Ma saw it differently. He didn't see rejections as proof of failure. He saw them as training. He believed failure wasn't the opposite of success, but a critical stepping stone. This is the core of the habit, the conscious, deliberate act of reframing failure. Even after founding Alibaba, the failures continued. The company made zero profit for its first 3 years. When he launched what would become Alipay, people called it his stupidest idea. Yet, Ma persisted. He wasn't avoiding failure, he was using it. Every no, every setback wasn't a wall, it was a data point, information, a lesson. This is the strange habit in action. It's not fake optimism, it's a strategic mental move. So, what is this habit? It's called cognitive reframing. Don't let the fancy term intimidate you. It simply means intentionally changing how you look at a situation to change how you feel and react to it. It's consciously shifting your perspective to find the opportunity hidden inside the obstacle. Entrepreneurs and psychologists agree this is a game changer. It's the ability to look at a failed product launch and see not a disaster but an expensive and invaluable market research study. It's seeing the loss of a client as a chance to find a better one who truly values your work. This isn't delusion or ignoring reality. Facts are facts. You lost the client, the product failed, you got rejected. Reframing is about changing the story you tell yourself about those facts. Jack Ma couldn't change KFC saying no, but he changed his internal narrative. Instead of "I'm a total failure," his story became "I'm building resilience, developing the mental armor I'll need for what's next." Successful people do this constantly. They don't see challenges, they see learning opportunities. They don't see high pressure situations as threats, but as chances to excel. This mental flip frees them from the fear and stress that paralyzes most people, allowing them to take smart risks and innovate while others retreat. Think of your brain as a computer with default negative settings. Cognitive reframing is like installing new software, a manual override allowing you to choose a more empowering response. You catch the negative thought, question it, and replace it with a perspective that genuinely helps you. Building this mental muscle isn't complicated, but it takes practice. First, catch the negative story. When you face a setback, a cancelled project, criticism, rejection, Acknowledge the immediate negative feeling. What are you telling yourself? I'm not good enough. I'll never get this right. This always happens. You must recognize the thought before you can change it. Second, challenge that story. Interrogate that first thought. Is it 100% true? Are you really not good enough? Or did this one approach simply not work this one time? Is it true you always fail, or have you succeeded before? Separate the hard fact from the emotional drama. Jack Ma couldn't change being rejected for 30 jobs, but he chose a better story than I'm unemployable. Third, create a powerful reframe. This is the creative step. Find a new angle that turns failure into fuel. Top performers often use these reframes. This is a lesson. Instead of I failed, ask, what did this teach me? This shifts your brain to a learning and growth mindset. This is making me tougher. Frame hardship as a workout for your resilience. Every challenge you push through builds your capacity for bigger ones. This door closed to show me a better one. Sometimes a no is just redirection. It's closing one path to force you toward a better, more aligned opportunity you might have missed. Start small. Practice on daily frustrations. Someone cuts you off in traffic? Reframe. I hope they get where they're going safely. I'm glad I'm not in that much of a rush. A colleague makes a mistake, reframe. This is a great coaching moment to make our whole team stronger. Daily practice literally rewires your brain's neural pathways, training it to default to an opportunity seeking mindset instead of a defensive problem focused one. If you're tired of the hustle culture hamster wheel and ready to build a mindset that actually creates empires, this is your first step. It all starts with the stories you tell yourself. For more content on rewiring your brain for success, subscribe to Modlingua channel and hit that notification bell. For decades, the gospel of success has been clear: wake up early, work hard. But the real secret was never in the alarm clock. It was in the mind. The world's most successful people aren't defined by their ability to avoid failure, but by their masterful use of it. They don't just have resilience, they manufacture it through the deliberate practice of cognitive reframing. They take the poison of rejection and turn it into the fuel for ambition. They see every setback not as the end, but as a plot twist on their way to the top. This is the strange habit that builds empires. It's not about outworking everyone, it's about outthinking them. While others are paralyzed by failure, you can learn to use it as leverage. The only question left is, the next time you fail, what story will you tell yourself? Will it be a story of defeat, or will it be the one that starts your empire? The choice is yours. Thanks for your time, friends. Don't forget to share your comments and thoughts in the comment section of the video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye and adios.